Welcome back. In video 3, we are going to post our adjusting journal entries from the journal to the general ledger. So anytime you journalize, the next step is always to post. So we're going to go line by line and we're going to post, and each time we post, we're going to put in our post ref. Okay, so accounts receivable, go to my general ledger, I find accounts receivable. And I just made a debit. Let me go back and show you. I just made a debit for $600. So I'm going to debit accounts receivable for $600. And now I have to get a new balance. So now my accounts receivable balance is $4,000. So for the post ref, it came from journal entry page 1, and this is account 1200. So when we go back to our post ref here, we put 1200. Okay, I credited fees earned for $600, so I go to my general ledger and I find fees earned. And I credit it for for $600, and I get my new balance. Of $7,600, and this came from journal entry page 1, and it's account 4000. So this journal entry went to account 4000. Okay, depreciation expense, I debited it for $83. So now I'll go to depreciation expense and I will debit it for $83. Let's put it right here. And it didn't have a balance to begin with, so the balance is now $83. And this came from journal entry page 1, and this is account number 5100. So depreciation expense was recorded in account number 5100. Accumulated depreciation, I credited it for $83. So let's go to accumulated depreciation, equipment, and I credit it for $83. So the new balance, it has a normal credit balance because it's a contra asset account. So a credit plus a credit. So the new balance is $1,883. It came from page 1 and it went to account number 1501. Next, I'm going to debit salary expense for $600, I believe. Or maybe it was $500. Let me check that number. Okay, I noticed this should be $500. So let me fix that. And you correct it in yours too. So debit salaries expense for $500. Go to my journal entry. Salary expense. $500 has a normal debit balance, so now $1,800 plus $500. So the balance is $2,300. This came from journal entry page 1, and it's going to account 5200. Next, I credit salaries payable for $500. So I go to salaries payable, and I credit it. So I deleted that. I'm going to do this again. It had a 0 balance and I'm crediting it for $500. So it has a balance of $500 and it came from journal entry page 1 and it goes to account 2100. Okay, and then the next one, a debit to rent expense for $400. So we're going to go to rent expense. And we're going to debit it for $400 and its balance would be $400. And then this is journal entry page 1 and it's going to rent expense account number 5300. Prepaid rent, credited prepaid rent for $400. That's an asset and it's going down. Okay, there it is. I was missing it there. 400. So I am reducing it by 400. So it had a normal debit balance of 4,000 minus the 400. So our new balance is 3,600. And this is from journal entry page 1 and it's going to, I just keep messing up. Y'all are getting to really see Miss Horn mess up today. My mind is not wanting to work. Prepaid rent is right here. So it has a new balance of 800 here. And so it's coming from journal entry page 1. And it's account number 1300. Alright, supplies expense. I'm going to debit supplies expense for $1,600. So let's go to supplies expense. Whoop. $1,600, and it looks like supplies expense had a $0 balance. So now it has a balance of $1,600, and then trying to make this bigger here for a second. And this came from journal entry page 1, and it's going to account number 5400. Okay, and then credit supplies for 1600. So the new balance would be 1700, and this came from journal entry page 1, and it's account number 1400. So this process is called posting to the ledger. Now what you'll notice is that the balances on here should match what we have on our worksheet. For example, accounts receivable has a balance of $4,000. If you look on our worksheet, accounts receivable, the adjusted trial balance has a balance of $4,000. So these numbers should equal what we got on our ledger.